Chapter 8. Lady Laugh. Subhuman is anyone who's glad Jussie Smollett took a shot. This is my impersonation of Dr. Dre and Eminem discussing Microsoft's merger with LinkedIn. Hey Slim, Microsoft paid $4.5 billion for LinkedIn. Word! LinkedIn is lamer than ever, yo. If Michael Jackson were alive today, how would he defend himself against his Neverland accusers? All the Beatles royalty points in the world can't buy me love. How did Trump's decision to withdraw our troops from Syria jeopardize our ability to take out the head of ISIS? We only had 100 troops there. Plus, Obama isn't in power anymore to gift wrap ISIS new Humvee escape pods with extra poppy cash for Kwanzaa. How does killing the head of ISIS make it easier for them to recruit? Do you see ISIS ever honoring a non-compete with Al-Qaeda? And can we stop calling ISIS great recruiters? Okay? All they do is target other lonely virgins on WhatsApp and on Facebook who wish their phones blew up. Can I get a holla for A+ Gemry? Holla! Tom Brady says his cameo at a massage parlor on Netflix wasn't a dig at Patriots owner Bob Kraft because the sketch makes it very clear. Bob Kraft doesn't support underage sex trafficking because he only requests older happy enders knowing they weren't yanked off the boat yesterday. There's no way A-Rod can really be in love with J-Lo. She has zero tits, looks boyish with her hair put up in a bin, and is so needy for attention she has to bang a stripper pole during the Super Bowl and put her own kids in fake news cages just so Ben Affleck would drunk dial her again for old time's sake. But seriously, how miserable would you be married to J-Lo? Could Jenny from the block ride your joystick out of its socket? Is A-Rod the caramel macchiato of Major League Baseball broadcasters? Still, J-Lo, first thing in the morning with no makeup on, is Rosie Perez from White Man Can't Jump, minus the tits. Demanding. When I want a glass of rose water, A-Rod, it means rose water, infused water from Mount Fiji, airmailed to my doorstep every morning because my hips don't lie, which is more than I could say for that teenage-looking boy body, Shakira, I refuse to open up for on Super Bowl Sunday. You do realize I got paid $20 million to pay a maid in Manhattan for the privilege of making out with Ralph Fiennes. You banged a tore-up Cameron Diaz on the down low and Kate Hudson to get closer to her mother, but you're no Kurt Russell, dear. Your receding hairline can't compete. So get me my fucking airlift Fuji Rose Water already before I start auditioning new backup dancers for my tag team Blonde on Brown tour with Madonna, you pretty boy faggot. I don't care how big your dick is. You don't think Puff made my beatbox swell up bigger than before? Now show me a power surge like when Kate Hudson was your lucky Penny Lane, bringing your A-Rod to life during the postseason for a change when you ripped the ball off its seams in the World Series against the Phillies in 09. Bun cakes. Can I get a holla for J-Lo Blast for the Ages? Holla! Note to self, never send any of my kids to Middlebury College in Vermont because Middlebury College promotes riots on Instagram that broke out because the conservative Arthur Speaker there dared to call James Baldwin uppity, boring, and vastly overrated. Lady Laugh. Janice Bevilacqua had the best laugh of all time. It opened up Heaven's Gate. Only the good die young. Lady Laugh's star was her fate. That's for you, Janice, obviously. These days, best laugh of all time, by far. These days, Kathy Griffin, whenever she laughed, it was one of those spastic laughs where her entire body convulsed. So all her laugh would do would scream, touchdown! Thank you very much! These days, Kathy Griffin looks like Clifford and Trans Chucky had a baby. Scene, daycare, kid. Telling me a joke. Says, what's a pirate's favorite letter? Doodle Dad, that being me, says, what's a pirate's favorite letter? Z? because Johnny Depp is passed out from drinking too much rum. Little girl says, too funny. Doodle dad says, thanks for my next blog title, kid. Why would Kellyanne Conway be against President Trump insulting her husband on her behalf? Wouldn't you enjoy your boss dumping on your hack husband on your behalf too? Trump is the master troller. Plus, he's easier in the eyes than Jeff Ross. Bald or not. Scene, car, younger brother. It's my younger brother talking to Doodle Dad over here. The world doesn't revolve around your children. Doodle Dad says, you managing to read one Dr. Seuss chapter to my 3 kids in 8 years while living only 45 minutes away gave me that impression already. Thanks. Barbara Bush states her dislike of Trump in her new biography. Texas librarians know best. At least Hillary Hammertime Kankles had the balls to get rich or die trying, bitch. In retrospect, I wish I subbed my no-show whiny Jewish grandma for a wise black grandma for my wedding, posting out on Craigslist stating, Tyler Perry impersonators are welcome. Must be comfortable performing in front of white audiences only. Can I get another holla for A+ Gemry? Holla! The New York Times reports that mothers who juggle jobs outside the home spend just as much time tending to their children as stay-at-home mothers did in the 1970s. So homemakers during the age of Dazed and Confused slept on the job on Quaaludes, haunted by images of Cosby's family-friendly sweaters. I don't get it. Why is Terry Bradshaw never in the conversation about best quarterback ever? He never lost a Super Bowl like Montana. Second, Bradshaw won by airing it out. Fine. That much he shares in common with Brady. I'll give you that much. Pitchfork named All Right by Kendrick Lamar Song of the Decade because Obama got the Nobel Peace Prize for rebranding ISIL so they'd sound more startup friendly in the New York Times. That's an Obama accomplishment for you. Chicago police claim they investigated the Jussie Smollett hate hoax too vigorously. That must have been some intense interrogation. Describe your audition for Empire with Lee Daniels. You wouldn't cross that line? How precious. Scene. Pediatrician, doctor, pediatrician, kid doctor. Says to my children, never play with dead animals. Doodle Dad says, Roger Waters wouldn't have written The Wall if he only listened to his pediatrician. Closed-door meeting between Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey and President Trump. Is Trump. Jack, can I call you Jack? You only exist because of me. Without me, Twitter is dead and journalists lose all reason for living. Is your friend fake news Colin Kaepernick enjoying the largest unemployment check cut ever recorded? Just curious, dude. Do you ever trim that thing? Jimmy Fallon's writers hate him because when he tussled Trump's hair on live TV, a real-life skinhead never emerged. Jon Snow going to a fancy rehab center in Connecticut for $75,000 a month after the show finale ruins everything. He was supposed to be the alpha dog, Orlando Bloom. Now you get the distinct impression Jon Snow would startle easy from a cutting stare from Gordon Ramsay on MasterChef Celebrity Edition for his take on Dothraki lamb burgers. Chef Ramsay yells at Jon Snow, this burger tastes like burnt villagers, Jon Snow. Can I get a holla? For A+ Gemry, holla. Queens is so hot. No, it's not. Queens compared to Manhattan and Brooklyn is the sloppy third Kardashian sister. You know, the extra greasy one that's easy to pound at 3 in the morning. Who's OJ's daughter. Who's also easy to pound at 3 in the morning like a lamb gyro in Astoria. Has the Rocky statue been taken down yet because it promotes white supremacy? I love my Trump voice GPS system. Exit left from Mohegan Sun Casino. Elizabeth Warren's home away from home. Can't believe my mom asked me if my 6-year-old daughter watched Women's March on Washington. I replied to my mom, Mom, my daughter's finally learning how to read. So the last thing I need in my life is my daughter trying to make out those signs on TV from the Women's March on Washington saying, Pussy Power? Is that a new show, Daddy, on Amazon Prime? Beyonce sat in protest for the anthem during the Super Bowl because Demi Lovato looks and sounds too much like the white privileged version of Alabama Shakes. Jay-Z sat out the national anthem during the Super Bowl because back in the VIP room before the game, Jeff Ross busted his ball saying, "Hey, Jay, don't you think child separation could be a good thing? I mean, look how you turned out." Plus, if Coco never got separated from his parents, he never would have become a mini Los Lobos in the making. Actually, I'm convinced it was Beyonce's idea to sit out the national anthem, prompting the Queen of England to shout at the telly. I thought Meghan Markle was a royal pain in the ass. Fake news and hate speech is how Trump beat Hillary Hammer Time Cankles Google. I thought it was because Hillary is an unhuggable cunt. My bad.